Unbelievable faith in Jason Kapsner, who's probably one of the finest human beings that I've ever been around. They all have some type of faith. Number two, they all believe in family. They believe in their parents, they believe in their siblings, they respect their parents, they respect their siblings, they're great husbands, they're great fathers. Another common denominator of these great men. Tebow's almost married, so he's not in that category. So. All of them this way have what I call the Jesuit way. They're all trying to help others. Look at Tommy Brady with his Little Buddies program. Tim Tebow, the prom night that he does. You can name it with Tim, the mission program that he has. Chad Henne, he builds parks for inner city kids to make sure they have a place to play. Even if these dudes didn't have one dime to their name, they would still serve. They would still take care of others. That's how they're built, that's how they're wired, and they're unbelievable at giving back to others, and I'm super happy to be around and be friends with those type of people. They're extremely grateful, gracious to all those guys and all those people that have helped them get to their path. They're grateful to God, they're grateful to their family, and they're grateful to all the people that have helped them. Humble. Those guys that I just mentioned, and there's numerous of them. There was a couple of them here that I recruited that were in here for the NFL broadcasting team. They are super humble. You would never know what they did if you didn't know their name and didn't watch them on Sunday. They're super humble. They don't believe in entitlement, and they believe in just being humble and being regular people, which I think is awesome. They're all talented. All right? And what they do is they take their trade, their talent, and they try to maximize what the good Lord gave them all the time. I always found this about all these men that I talked about. They're leaders. They're unbelievable leaders. They're good in front of you. They're good behind your back. People follow them because of their actions. They understand that their actions aren't phony whatsoever. You walk into a locker room with Team Tebow, he is living his life exactly how he says it, which is awesome. They're always trying to do the right thing. They're always trying to take the right path. We all make mistakes. Every one of them will make mistakes, but they're always fighting the battle to take the right path. They've all learned to handle adversity. They all do. We all need to learn to handle adversity. There's ups, there's downs, and at the end of the day, when there's ups, there's downs, you always fall back to your faith. All right, your faith is your training, and stick to the plan, and God has a plan, the ups and downs, and you'll always get through it through faith. They're all super competitive people. They're always trying to be the best persons of God. They're trying to be the best son. They're trying to be the best student. They're always trying to be the best worker, the best teammate, a great person off the field. They're trying to be great at their trade. They're chasing, those guys are chasing perfection. Tom Brady chases perfection like you've never seen. But guess what? There's no such thing as being perfect. But he's always trying to be the best that he can possibly be, and they're always the hardest working individuals that I've ever been associated with. And they all need, this is the thing that I love about every single one of them. They all know how to tell another man they love them. They can all do it. Every single time that I text message those guys, and every time that I have a conversation with them, they go, I love you. I love you, man. I really appreciate everything you do. And obviously I can tell them back that I love them too. I'm super honored to be a part of your community. I'm super honored to be your football coach. I hope I gave you a few nuggets, and I look forward to building this great relationship with all of you, and go Falcons. It's awesome. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Anyone have any questions? Always the first one's the hardest.
How hard is it to get your team to buy into all of those things you just said?
It takes time. It does. And it's called alignment. It's called alignment. And we call it, there's what we call, there's three opponents in our business. There's three opponents, always three opponents. Number one is the internal opponent, all right? Trying to get 105 guys to buy in. And there's always this small group, the locker room lawyers that you're battling. It's trying to make sure that you keep everyone aligned and you get everyone on the same page. So that's the internal battle. The external battle is out there. All the noise. There's so much noise in this profession, especially because of those phones and social media. The things that those players have to deal with now is unbelievable. They open up their phone and they are told every single thing that they are and aren't, even if they're not true or true. So we have to battle every day with the external battle, the media, believe it or not, parents. There's so many parents that say, you should be doing this. You should be here. Come to practice, mom and dad. Those kids know exactly where they're at. And then number 3, obviously, is the immediate opponent. That's who we have to battle. So we're battling 3 opponents every day. We're trying to find the external world, internal world, and we're always dealing with the immediate opponent. So it takes time. It all comes back to people. Hire a great staff. Hire a great staff that has all the values that you believe in, and then go recruit really, really good people that are talented. Once you do that, you got a shot. So it's all about people. Good question. Anything else?
Coach, recruiting is a lifeblood of any athletic program and that type of thing, and I know it's probably true in every institution in that getting the right individual. And so I know you're going out and you're going to recruit good athletes and people with athletic ability, but what are some of the other attributes you're looking for in an athlete that you're going to recruit?
Number 1, are you a good person? Without a doubt. We're looking for character. It's amazing in this business. You can take a guy that's with a little less talent that has super character, and he'll go on forever, right? At times, these super great athletes with not so good character, eventually they're going to disappoint you. So we're always trying to get character. We're always trying to get guys that want to get a degree. We want great guys that are smart. It's business. Find smart people. All right, so we need to find people with great character, that are smart, that are talented, and we're really looking for this. I'm walking into a school, I want to go like this. Will that kid be a captain? Is he a captain on your football team? Because right then and there, you know that he's a leader. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for great people, all right, that can obviously want a degree, that are talented, that are leaders. They have great work ethic. And generally speaking, all right, we try to find kids that have great parents. It's not very complicated. They've got great parents most of the time. They've got a great opportunity to have a great kid. So those are some things that we're looking for. And also toughness. And more importantly, toughness. Okay, everyone's got to be physically tough in what we do. But mental toughness, being able to handle all the pressures and all the adversity that comes with our life and our game. Go ahead.
How would you balance humility and competitiveness? Because they kind of seem at odds.
It's called inner arrogance. It's called inner arrogance, and I believe this. It's remarkable. I'm serious. And it's not make-believe. If those guys were sitting right here right now, you would have no clue who they are. They're completely humble. They'll talk to everyone. They're nice. They're great people. But the minute they cross those lines, they change. They're super competitive. They're trying to win, and they're trying to dominate in what they do. And then as soon as they cross back, they're right back to every single thing that you would hope a great human being would be. So that's how they do it. And unfortunately, I have those same traits. I can be human, and I cross those lines, change. Sorry. Go ahead.
I know you just started this position, but what's been your favorite coaching position so far?
You know what? It's a great question. That's a great question. Every place that I've coached has been different. And I had a great opportunity, and I was lucky. Lloyd Carr is a Hall of Fame coach. Urban Meyer is a Hall of Fame coach. Frank Beamer is a Hall of Fame coach. Steve Adazio, who I just worked with, he's a rock star. Gene Chiswick was great. Rod Marinelli was unbelievable. I'm missing someone here. I think I got them all, I think. No, Mike DeBoer, there was one of them. And they were all great leaders. They were all great coaches. And I have to say, probably every place that I've been, it's been a great experience. There's places that I failed. There's places that I was super successful. There was places that I was there for such a short time that there was no such thing as cleaning it up and making it right. There's been places that I've been that you had time to make it right and do well. So I would say to you, every single spot that I've been, I've learned something. And you go to Frank, you go to, I can't believe I just called him Frank, Coach Beamer. You go to Coach Beamer, Coach Carr, and Coach Meyer, and Steve, Coach Adazio. And you go, they're all different, but they all had the same values and the same way of doing business that was unbelievable. Coach Beamer's leadership style was so different than Coach Carr's. Coach Carr's was so different than Coach Meyer, and then Steve was completely different. So I've learned a lot from a lot of great people, and I'm very thankful and grateful to be around some of the people that I have. Very similar to this quarterbacks. I have 9 NFL quarterbacks, and they're all different, but they all still have the same characteristics and values that we would all value.
How does your faith help get you through the hardest parts of your job?
You know what I found, all right? And I think we've all done this. You pray when things are hard. Well, you should. You should pray all the time. And I really tried. I never pray for a win. I never pray when things are that I've learned. You know, it's faith is an everyday thing, and I don't know. I just believe that the good Lord's got a plan. Stick to the plan. There'll be ups, there'll be downs. It's part of life, and keep steady. Steady in the boat is one of my favorite coaches used to say. Steady in the boat. Have faith and steady in the boat.
Who has been your greatest mentor, not only in sports, but in life?
My dad, my father. Yeah, he's a hard-working blue-collar guy that worked his way up. I was the first one to graduate college, and what he did was remarkable. He went from a firefighter to a guy that was leading the union of the fire department, to the president of the Ohio Union Association, to a federal mediator, which is a person that's supposed to have a law degree, a person that's supposed to have obviously an undergraduate degree, to being a CEO of a company. So my father without a doubt, and my mother too. Can't leave her out. Anything else?
What's your biggest fear in life?
You know what? That's a great deal. All right, and I've done a lot of research on this because of the mind of a player, the mind of a coach. The biggest, one of the most powerful emotions is fear. It's fear of failure. And if you don't control it, it dominates. It dominates. And the reason that guy in New England is special isn't because he throws a well. He's not the biggest, he's not the strongest, he's not the fastest, but he has an unbelievable ability to worry about what he can control, inside out. He has the most remarkable way of worrying about just that play and focusing and taking all those fear of failures, this fear, that fear, what have not, and putting it on the shelf and saving it for another day. It's remarkable. You don't come from behind 28-3 in the Super Bowl without the ability to do that. And he has the most unbelievable job to get the people around him to be that way. That's why he's different. He can lock in, he can handle and control that fear, because that one's a powerful one. And I remember as a quarterback, whenever you're thinking that, bad things happen. So that's an unbelievable question, to say the least. I've worked on that a lot. I've been working on that for 45 years of my life. No question. No question about it. Anything else? All righty. Thank you so much for having me. Go Falcons.